Hi angels, how are you doing today? Today's video is going to be on vintage Coach. So I'm so excited because today I'm going to be doing a vintage Coach bag video, and I'm basically just going to be doing talking about how I restore and take care of my vintage Coach bags. So I have some apple leather cleaner right here, and I'm basically just going to be moisturizing some of my vintage Coach bags that I had, I want to say in storage, but just really in my bag room. So the first thing that I'm going to do is ask you guys to give this video a big like. Go ahead, hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know anytime I upload videos on vintage Coach. Let's go ahead, let's get started. Let's jump right in. So I'm going to put on some gloves because I'm allergic to the leather moisturizer cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on some gloves while I do this. And I have a couple of bags that I wanna go ahead and just give them a good once over. These bags have already been restored. They've already been washed and cleaned. I've already even conditioned them, but it's been a while for some of these that I've had. So I wanna go ahead and put some conditioner on them. So I'm just gonna take the conditioner out and leave the cleaner in there. And this kit comes with a polishing cloth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull one of these out. I don't even probably need this big of a cloth, but this is the one that it came with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. So let me move this over. And I have a couple of bags right here. So I think I'm gonna start with my city bag, my Coach city bag right here. So I'm gonna start with the city bag, and you guys can see she looks very good already. She looks very good already, this vintage Coach city bag. But I still just want to go ahead because a few of them had picked up a little bit of dust from just sitting in my closet, and I want to go ahead and wipe them off. Then I'm also going to do this cute little casino, my vintage Coach casino bag, and then I'm going to do the station bag. This one should be okay as well. Now, one of them that I really need to do that needs a lot of help is this one, and even though I did rehab this one already, the Rambler, this one tends to be, of all of them, this one tends to be very dry. So it's like it's quenching for thirst. So I noticed that even after I go ahead and moisturize this one, sometimes this one tends to look just around the edges a little bit dry. And I don't like to dye or anything my vintage Coach bag, so I don't want to touch it up with any touch-up paint or anything. I just like to continue. It's just like watering grass. You know how you water grass and then the grass gets dry and then you have to water it again? That's how I treat my vintage Coach bags. I just go ahead and re-moisturize them when they get dry, you know, because I don't want to put any paint or anything on them. So yeah, so this one right here, I'm going to go ahead, and she looks great on camera. She doesn't look as thirsty as she looks to me right here when I look at her, but she's a little thirsty. She needs a little bit of moisturization. And then I have my Manna right here that was a little bit dusty because I haven't used this one in a while, and I want to just go ahead and wipe her up. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of this lotion. Let me shake it up first. And you can purchase this on Amazon, and I'm going to put it on the cloth. I'm not going to directly apply it to the bag. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the cloth. And let me tell you, the cloth drinks it up as well. The cloth, that looks like a lot that came out, but this is a big cloth. And we're going to be doing all the bags. All we're going to be doing is rubbing them over and conditioning them with this lotion. The cloth looks the cloth will drink up the lotion as well. So I'm gonna rub it on in, and you can see a lot came out, but I'm gonna go ahead and rub that on in the cloth, and then I'm gonna rub the bag. And like I said, the bags are gonna just drink this up. All I'm gonna do is wipe the bags over with this, and it's not gonna hurt them. And what I do is I start on the back of the bag first. That way, if I have too much lotion, it won't leave a mark on the bag. But this is black leather, so it's just gonna drink it up anyway. So you could see when I wiped it, you can see it right there. I'm just gonna wipe the bag up with this. And I don't do this to my red and my brown or mahogany darker pieces or my green, forest green. I wouldn't do this same procedure. I only can do this to the black because the black is it's a little bit more durable. It's a little bit more hardy. So all I'm doing is wiping. You see I'm wiping around the edges of the bag that's very thirsty on this Rambler. I'm gonna open it up and I'm just gonna wipe it. That's all I'm doing. Just to give it a little bit of a thirst quench and a little bit of a drink. I'm just gonna wipe around the edges of this. And that's gonna really help with, I'm taking off any of the dust, and I'm also giving it a little bit of a drink, because it's a little thirsty. So all I'm doing is wiping up these black leather bags with this conditioner. But I'll put a picture up. I only use that in like a very dry area of the bag. So, okay, so look at that, you guys. Look at this beauty, how she looks. And this is gonna keep your bag, it's gonna keep its authenticity, because you're not doing anything damaging the bag, you're not repainting it, you're not doing anything. This is just how I take care of mine. There's all different methods, nobody's right or wrong. There's all different methods of taking care of vintage Coach. This is just what works for me with my black handbags. Like I said, I wouldn't do this on any of the other lighter color bags. So now I'm gonna go over, and because it's black, we don't have to worry about transfer. We don't have to worry about color transfer. I can go over all of my bags with this cloth. And when I need to, I'll add more conditioner to the cloth. And these bags are not dirty, so it's not gonna leave any dirt mark or residue on the cloth. It's just gonna wipe them up with the moisturizer from the conditioner. It's like lotion to the bags, but it's conditioner, leather conditioner. So this is gonna really help them. I'm getting any dust off of them as well as conditioning them at the same time. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 and it's keeping the bag just looking nice with this conditioner. I did the handle, I'm doing the top. I'm gonna open it up, I'm gonna get the underside. Now the underside of this bag, I don't have to be as careful as with the underside of the Rambler, because the underside of the Rambler, I didn't want to get any lotion on the underside or moisturizer. I didn't want to get any leather moisturizer on the underside because this is soft raw leather under here. I don't want to get it on this soft leather, so I didn't wipe under there with the moisturizer. But on this Manor bag, since the Manor bag has the hard leather underneath, on the underneath side, it doesn't have soft leather, I can go ahead, let me make sure I get the part of the cloth that's wet right here that has the moisturizer, and I can go ahead and wipe it. These bags are shining up like a Cadillac. They're shining up brand new like an old Cadillac, you guys. Like an old grandfather clock, like anything that's old and antique, but still good and still has value. That's the way these bags shine up whenever you go ahead and wipe them with the conditioner. And like I said, the only reason I can do that with these bags is because they've already been washed and cleaned and everything. If this was a new bag, I would have to basically just take my time a little bit more with how I'm doing it. But because these have been in my collection for a while, I'm just touching them up with some moisturizer in case they're a little bit thirsty. So this is the Manor. So these two beauties have been wiped and I think they look amazing. The Rambler and the Manor, they look so, so good. Let me make sure I get the underside of the Manor. Make sure I get the underside. And then we're gonna move on to a few more of these beauties and just wipe them up. Okay, I saw a little spot right there that needed some drinking, some moisturization. So now that's that one. Look at that, looks so, so nice. Very, very nice. So that is these two. The Rambler and the Manor. Okay, next we're gonna do the City bag. Let's go ahead and do the City bag next. This baby right here. And she as well has soft leather on the bottom under here, so I'm not gonna get any of it on the underside. And the straps is a whole nother thing. I'm gonna wipe the straps. I'll do the straps as well. I just didn't want to take that long on camera. And plus, I don't want any of the moisturizer to go in the little holes on the strap of the bag. Let me add a little bit more lotion, moisturizer, leather conditioning moisturizer, leather conditioner. They're calling it leather conditioner. So you can see, I hope you guys could see that I added more on there. You can see that, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna let the cloth drink it on up so that too much doesn't go on my bag. I'm just gonna let the cloth drink that on up. This is so much fun. I love playing with these bags. I love the Vintage Coach bags. I've said it a million times on my channel. Okay, we're gonna start in the back. Always start when you're cleaning your bag in the back or at the bottom, so that if you do make any type of mistake or anything, it's not on the front face of your bag. So I'm gonna start in the back right here and just wipe it. And I'm gonna start in the bottom. And all you're gonna see is a little bit of shininess. And there's nothing wrong with having a shiny bag when it's just moisturizer. It's not from paint or anything. So it's just moisturizer. It's gonna help it. And with time, like I said, it's gonna drink it on up. It's gonna drink it on up, just like your skin with lotion. When you put lotion on your skin, you know, when you come out the shower and your skin is dry, and then after a while your skin needs more lotion. The same thing with this leather. The same exact thing. So I'm just wiping it up. I'm gonna do the corners. Make sure I get the edges. Make sure I get the edges. Look at this little belly. The little belly. You see how it's protruding out right there? It has a little pudge. Some of the Vintage Coach bags have that because of being stuffed or being overstuffed with a wallet or with the items from years. And even when you wash them and put them back in shape, some of them have that little extra stretch out from where the person from years ago stretched it out. There's nothing wrong with that. I love seeing that anyway, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off. And now I've already cleaned the brass on these, so I don't need to worry about that. I've done those with Brasso when I originally got the bag. I'm just wiping these up. Let's do this inside back pocket. And we're only doing one side. The other side has raw leather. So we're only doing the side against the back. This is just what I do. This is my, you know, I'm just touching these up. I've had them for a while, like I said. So this is just to give them a little once over. Let's do the strap on this one. Let's open this up and wipe the strap. All I'm gonna do is put the cloth around it and then pull it through like that. And the moisturizer is on that. The leather conditioner, I'm calling it moisturizer, the leather conditioner. I want to make sure I use the correct term. The leather conditioner is on the cloth. So I'm just wiping it. Oh, that looks so good. And these leather bags smell so good. And then I'm going to put it right back in there. That's the way I store it, with the strap on the inside. I love this city bag. Okay, so here is the city bag. Did I lose my tag for the city bag? I don't see my tag for the city bag. This is the city bag right here. That's the bottom of her. This is the corners of her. Let me go ahead and wipe her corners up a little bit. Let me check that strap. Did I lose my tag on this one? I don't have a tag on this one, a Coach tag. I'll make sure I go ahead and try to add a tag to this beauty. So this is the lovely city bag, all nice and conditioned and moisturized. Next, I'm gonna do the little casino right here, the Vintage Coach casino bag. I'm just gonna wipe it up. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the casino bag up. She is so feminine and cute and dainty, the little casino bag. Wipe her up. Let me open her up and wipe the underside. This is the underside. And she has the raw leather on the back as well, so I'm not gonna wipe that part. She is so stinking cute. And I have just another little tag that I had put on her, so she's really nice. And the next bag that I'm going to do is my station bag. Right here. Let me put a little bit more lotion on this beauty. Just a little bit more lotion on this beauty. And let's give you girls some eye candy to look at while I'm wiping this one. Just a little bit more lotion. And then we'll be done with my black. I think I have 5 in here. 5 black leather bags that I'm restoring. And just clean them up with a little bit of lotion. Well, like I said, it's not a full restoration job, but I'm just doing. Okay, so we see more lotion right there. And let's start on the bottom here. Okay, you see I have some right there on the bag. I'm gonna wipe that in. See, look at that. I didn't harm my bag at all. You're just wiping it in. And I hate when the bags get smushed like that. It's just because you got to push, there you go, push the stuffing in them so that they look a little bit more full. Oh, they smell so good. And the leather is going to be nice and shiny. Do you remember the old days of like when you would go to the subway station or the airport and they would have the shoe shine guys sitting there to give you a shoe polish? I remember being with my dad, and I remember going like on the subway station in New York, and I remember seeing my dad get his shoe shine, you know, the old-fashioned way of sitting at the subway station or at the airport, and you go and you climb up a little step, and then the gentleman sits down, and they just polish the shoes and buff them up like this, you know? Let me move this over so I don't knock it over. They just buff them up, and then they do all that stuff to the men's shoes. That's the way I feel with this polishing cloth. But I would love seeing my dad get a shoe shine back in the day. This was like, whoo, I'm telling my age here, but this was like back in the 70s in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, I used to love that. I kind of feel like that, you know, the cobblers that go ahead and work on the leather and shine them up. This looks so, so nice. All these black leather bags are like chocolate. They're just, I could just suck them on up. They're so luscious and so nice. So, okay, you guys, I think I'm about good for right now for what I want to do with these. So these, I'm going to go ahead and take my gloves off. Go ahead and finish taking my gloves off. And these are my beauties right here. Look at them. Look at these black vintage leather Coach bags. Oh, they're so pretty. They look so nice. They all came out so, so adorably gorgeous and beautiful with retouching just a little bit of that leather cleaner on them. This is the way they all came out, and they look so, so nice. Look at these beauties. Oh, they're shining like a gem, and I just absolutely am loving them. This is what they look like. See if I can hold them. This is what they look like, you guys. So, so cute, right? So thank you guys for joining me for this video on how I restore my vintage leather Coach bags, my vintage Coach bags. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. Stay tuned for more videos on vintage Coach, as well as check out my playlist on vintage Coach, and I'll see you guys soon in another video.